Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is time. The Champions League is back. No the shitty qualifiers, out of the way. We're not talking about qualifiers anymore, it's the real thing. The time is now. The Champions League group stage kicks off Tuesday night, 7:45, Celtic Park. That's all the details you need. The most exciting group stage match that is taking place on Tuesday night, without a shadow of a doubt. The most atmospheric and just going to be the best. I'm telling you, it's going to be the best. Fuck every other game it's on. Celtic and PSG this Tuesday it's starting. And boy, I'm nervous, right? Not going to lie. Completely nervous. We're going to talk now how I think Celtic will play, how I think PSG will play. I'll give my predictions on the team that's going to play, and I'll give my prediction on the final score for this game. How am I feeling? I don't know how I'm feeling. I really don't know. Still to this minute, when I'm filming this video, I've sat down. I still don't know how I feel going into this game on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm optimistic. I don't know if I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm confident. I don't know what feelings to feel going into the Champions League this year. Last year we went in and we were handed as equally in a difficult group. Last year we had Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Barcelona and Borussia Mönchengladbach. This year we had Bayern Munich, PSG and Anderlecht. Equally as difficult. Last year we didn't get one win. We had a great couple of moments. You know, we drew with Man City a couple of times. It was great getting to prove them wrong that they can't beat us. But it's this, can we do it? Can we advance on what we done last year? Can we actually get a win? Can we show progression on a European standard? Not just in domestic standards, where we know we're going to win every week. We know we're going to do well every week, and we are improving. But are we improving on a European level? A Champions League team level? Have we improved? The test is now. Obviously, we've not been handed the best group in the world to help show that. I mean, we've been handed two of the biggest teams in Europe, in Bayern Munich and PSG. It's going to be incredibly difficult. And on Tuesday night, we need to do anything to try and take some sort of confidence heading forward in the group. That is what I would like to get. Last year, we started off awfully. We started dreadfully. Last year, we started away from home, Barcelona. We were absolutely destroyed 7-0. One thing we need to avoid on Tuesday night is a repeat of that. We cannot go through the same sort of situation of getting beat 7-0. And this time, it won't be the same, I think, because we're at Celtic Park. But PSG arguably have a better team right now than what Barcelona did this time last year. They've got Neymar, they've got Cavani, they've not got Messi there. Cavani is up there with Suarez for being one of the best strikers. Right, so they've got Neymar, they've got Cavani, they've just not got Messi. And when you go backwards in that PSG team, arguably it is a better team than Barcelona's this time last year when you go through the midfield and the defence. Thiago Silva and Di Maria are apparently missing this game on Tuesday. Don't know if that's true, might be. Which is great, a great help, but this is going to be an incredibly difficult game. And I want to be optimistic. We played some great football on Friday night. But you've got to remember, it's against Hamilton, and it is great motivation. It is great heading into a Champions League game with, you know, a 4-0 win. It's great, looks good and all the rest of it. We played great football, but we were playing arguably, and they've not started the season like the worst team in the league, but arguably they are the weakest team in the league that we have beaten 4-0. And PSG have just came off the back of winning 5-0 as well. So both teams are heading into this game off massive wins, playing great football, but PSG have got the firepower to absolutely destroy us. And I just hope it doesn't happen. I want to avoid embarrassment at all costs. For me, a slim loss is such a... It's good for us. I don't want to go in and lose the game, but when you think of the damage they could potentially do, if we were to walk out of Celtic Park on Tuesday night with a 1 or 2-0 loss, that doesn't look that bad. I just don't want to be embarrassed. It's the worst thing in the world when we get embarrassed, because then you get all the cunts down south. And I'm not saying everybody down south is a cunt. I'm just saying the ones who do deliberately go out to slag off Celtic. It doesn't reflect well and they just go out and slag us. So I don't want to have an embarrassment on Tuesday night. For me, it's all about getting a point or winning the game. I don't like heading to games going, I'll be fine with a loss, because at the end of the day I want to see my team winning. But at the same time, you've got to be realistic. You've got to be realistic. It's just the way of the world. I mean, you can't expect us, and you can't get angry over us getting beat off a team like PSG after the money they have spent. I mean, between Neymar and Mbappe, I think that they two signings alone is more money on two players than we've spent in our entire existence, probably. Maybe even just Neymar, 200 million quid. I mean, that is a lot of money. And Celtic, I mean, the highest we've ever paid for a player is 6 million. So when you think of it, you put it into perspective, you've got to take it realistically. We can't moan. And you might not like the idea of going in and going, I'll take a loss, but at the end of the day, you have got to be realistic when previewing and predicting a game like that. You've got to be realistic. I want to go in optimistic, and I am feeling optimistic. I feel like if the crowd get behind the team, which we will, and if we create the atmosphere that we're known for, then maybe we will intimidate PSG. Maybe we will be able to catch them sleeping, knock a goal in, get an early goal, and then sit back tight. But here's the problem with sitting back tight and defending. Here's the problem. We only have one centre-half. Neil Baton is not a centre-half. And I do not look forward to him starting the game on Tuesday night. I will predict my team, but I think it is pretty much certain he will start the game on Tuesday night. So maybe if we do go up and get an early goal, or maybe we do defend from kick-off, who knows? It's still not going to be the most effective in the world because we've got Neil Baton at the back, which ultimately makes you think the optimism levels have to come down a tiny bit when you do say Neil Baton is at the back on Tuesday night. The optimism does drop just a little, just a little, because he is starting at centre half. And who are the alternatives? Christopher Ayer. We can't just throw him into a cauldron of fire like that. We can't throw him in. There's no one else but Neil Baton to play that centre half, because we're not going to throw Gamboa back into club football like that against PSG. We're not going to throw in Anthony Ralston, once again throwing him into a baptism of fire in the Champions League. We're not going to do it realistically, and 99% of me is saying Neil Baton will start the game Tuesday night, which does make it difficult to sit back and defend. Will we sit back and defend? I don't know. I do see Celtic kind of going for it. When it comes to Champions League games, I like we done it last year against Man City. Man City were a pot 2 team. We went for it. We didn't sit back and defend. We went and took the lead 3 times. We played brilliantly. Maybe for the last half an hour of the game it was all Man City and they were, at that point we were sitting back, but we had a reason to sit back. But we started the game, we didn't hold back, we went out, we tried, and we done really well and it worked for us. So will we do the same against PSG on Tuesday night? I would love to think so. I would love to see Brendan Rodgers send out the team with an attacking intent to try and go and get an early goal, to try and shake the nerves of PSG. That would be great. If we could maybe nerve them up a wee bit, get them a wee bit nervous, a wee bit shaky, who knows what could fall our way. Who knows? But at the same time, you have got to take into consideration that attacking line they have got. Mbappe, Cavani, Neymar. They 3 can do a lot of damage on a counter-attack. Is Kieran Tierney, Mikael Lustig ready to handle those wingers? I would like to think so, but you've got to be realistic once again. So what do we do? Do we go out and defend from kick-off, or do we go and do what we've done against Man City and go for the game? I would love to think so, and I do have a feeling we will go for it in the first few minutes, maybe first 20 minutes we will go for it, then sit back if it's still 0-0. If we could grab an early goal, it would be fantastic. It would be incredible. Scenes. It would be scenes. It would be crazy. 7 minutes, about 8 minutes through now. So, PSG, they're going to come here. They're not going to sit back. They're going to go for it. That's just the truth. That is what they're going to do. Why would they sit back with the team they've got? So we've got to be ready. I hope we are ready. It's just with Neil Baton at the back, it is going to be a terrifying experience. And hopefully wee Griffiths will be back as well to start up front. I'm not too bothered if Edward starts up front. He looked great on Friday night. I would like to think so. But both teams are going in on great results from Friday night there. So we don't know what to expect. What will we expect? What do you hope? I'm going into this game as optimistic as I would like to be. At the same time, I'm being realistic though, and you've got to be realistic. And I want to come out and say I think we can nick a point off them, but they are a brilliant team. The players they have signed, you just can't ignore. You can't ignore it, and you've got to be realistic. I want to be optimistic. I'm optimistic. But confidence and optimism is 2 different things. And usually I do go in overly confident. This time I'm watching myself. And if we do manage to win on Tuesday night, I will be ecstatic. I will go crazy if we get to win on Tuesday night. I would love to see us progress. There's another progress reference for all you Rangers fans. But no, the Anderlecht games are going to be the games that matter. So should we get distraught if we do lose, just avoid embarrassment. That is what we have to do. We have to avoid embarrassment. At the end of the day, I do not want a 5-0, a 6-0, especially at Parkhead. It would be bad enough going over to France and losing 7-0, which we'll talk about when we get to that game. But if we were to lose dramatically at Parkhead, it would be awful, because as soon as they would go up 3-0, we saw it at Gladbach. They went up 2-0 and the crowd died. There was no motivation within the crowd or the players. We need to avoid going down early as well. As much as I want an early goal, we need to avoid conceding an early goal. That is just as important. If I was to predict my team for Tuesday night, it's got to obviously be Craig Gordon in goals. We're going to go for a back 4 of Lustig, Baton, Simonovic and Tierney. The midfielders I feel like are going to start as Brown and my computer screen's went off. Hey, it's going to be Brown and Cham, and in the cam role, I think it's going to be Armstrong who starts. As much as I feel like I want it to be McGregor, being realistic, I do see it being Armstrong who starts. I feel like I want it and need it to be McGregor. I just feel like McGregor has been so good and offers so much attacking flair at times. He will be vital to this sort of game, but Armstrong does have that kind of drop back ability as well to be slightly more defensive. So I think Armstrong will get the nod over the likes of Rogic and McGregor. I'd love to see McGregor come on though. So those three is the central kind of midfielders. Sinclair on the left. I do think Roberts is going to start. Don't see why he started Friday night. I don't think we would have started him if he isn't going to start on Tuesday. So Roberts, I think, will get the nod to play in the right over Forrest. If it was Forrest who was going to play, I think Forrest would have got started against Hamilton. And up front, I do think Griffiths will start. Don't see him completing the game. Don't think he will complete the game. Maybe about 60, 70 minutes. Then we'll bring on Odsonny Edouard. If that's how you even pronounce his name. But I think Griffiths will start but not last the full game. That is the team I'm going with for the score. God almighty, here we go. What do I say? Do I be the optimistic fan and say we'll steal a point? Or do I go realistic and go with defeat? I really want to go with a draw. Bayern Munich, I don't think we'll get a draw because they're just incredible. Do it 1-1. We're going for it. We're going for 1-1. I will not be surprised, obviously, if we do get beat, but I'm just going to go for it. Why not? Let's remain that slight bit optimistic. We've got to, haven't we? So 1-1. That's my preview. That's my prediction for the game on Tuesday night. Glad the Champions League is back. Hail to that. And I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Like if you are looking forward to the game on Tuesday. And let me know if you'll be there. And let me know your predictions as well. But until next time, I'm glad you have joined me. And I'll see you all later.